In 1978, in a small town near Denver, a baseball game was happening. This is where we meet the siblings Finney and Gwen. Finney tries to strike out the batter but fails, and their team loses the game. The batter, Bruce, tells Finney he was impressed and that Finney almost got him. Later, Bruce rides his bike calmly down the street, until a black van appears beside him. Finney and Gwen live with their widowed, alcoholic father, who often mistreats them. On their way to school, Finney notices Bruce is missing and that people are searching for him. Then they see a boy named Robin beat up a bully. Gwen tells Finney about someone called the Grabber, a man who kidnaps children. Finney gets scared, and in the background, we can see the same black van from earlier passing by. Finney is a shy but smart boy who is often bullied. He hides in the bathroom, but the bullies follow him in. His friend Robin shows up, scares them away, and warns them not to touch Finney again. Meanwhile, Gwen is called to the principal's office because detectives want to ask her about dreams she has been having. She dreamed that Bruce was kidnapped. The detectives push her for details, but Gwen says it was just a dream and insults them. A few days later, Robin is walking home alone when he runs into the Grabber and gets kidnapped too. The police notify the town, and Finney's father tells him Robin has gone missing. Everyone starts searching. Gwen prays to Jesus and asks for dream clues to help find Robin. The detectives visit her house, hoping her dreams will reveal something, but she hasn't dreamed anything new. Later, Finney is chased by bullies again, and Gwen comes to help by hitting one with a rock. But the bullies fight back, beat her up, and keep attacking Finney. Finney makes friends with a girl from school, and Gwen teases him about having a crush. Gwen heads to a friend's house, while Finney walks home alone. On his way, the black van pulls up, and the Grabber kidnaps him. He wakes up in a locked basement with only a small bathroom and a disconnected black phone on the wall. He lies on a mattress and falls asleep. Gwen's father calls her to ask if she has seen Finney, and Gwen runs outside in panic. She cries and prays again. Meanwhile, Finney hears the phone ring and tries to answer it, but the Grabber appears and says the phone doesn't work. He tells Finney the basement is soundproof, so screaming won't help. Finney accuses him of killing the other missing kids, but the Grabber denies it and leaves. Finney then screams for help anyway. He notices a vent high up on the wall that he might be able to escape through, but he can't reach it. Suddenly, the phone rings again. He answers, but hears nothing. Later, he wakes up and finds the Grabber sitting there watching him sleep. The Grabber creepily says he just wanted to watch him and then leaves. The phone rings again. Finney answers and asks for help. A voice speaks, someone who knows his name. The phone rings more times, and when Finney answers again, the voice tells him not to hang up. The speaker says he can't remember his name, but as they talk, Finney realizes it's Bruce, the baseball player from the beginning. Bruce tells him about a loose floor tile he can pull up to start digging a tunnel and escape. Then Bruce goes silent. We then see a flashback of Bruce being kidnapped and Finney yelling for help, but it turns out to be Gwen's dream. While Gwen searches for Finney on her bike, he tries Bruce's idea. He manages to lift the tile and starts digging, but he gets too tired to continue and falls asleep. The Grabber comes with breakfast. When he leaves, he forgets to lock the door. Finney tries to approach it, but suddenly the phone rings. A voice tells him not to go upstairs because it's a trap. Finney thinks it's Bruce, but the boy says he doesn't know any Bruce. He says he used to deliver newspapers, and Finney realizes it's Billy. Billy warns him that the Grabber is waiting upstairs with a belt and will kill him. Finney slowly checks and sees that Billy is right. The Grabber is sitting there with a belt, ready to attack. Finney goes back down and eats his food. Later, the phone rings while Finney is asleep. It's Billy again. He tells Finney about a long cable hidden inside the wall. Finney uses a bottle to reach the vent and tries to hook the cable. Gwen, at the same time, dreams about Billy and his kidnapping. Finney struggles but eventually uses the bathroom rug to hook the cable and pull it down. He tries to climb it but falls. He does manage to remove the vent cover, but it's useless because he still can't climb up. Gwen tells her father about her dreams. He explains that Gwen's mother also had dreams like this and eventually took her own life, and he's scared Gwen could end up the same. Still, they go out with the police to search for Finney. The detectives talk to a man named Max, who is obsessed with finding the Grabber and shows them a board full of theories. Max mentions he lives with his brother. After they leave, Max takes a sniff of something, and we realize Finney is actually trapped in Max's own basement, something Max has no idea about. Finney keeps digging. The Grabber brings more food and finds Finney pretending to be asleep. He asks Finney's name, and Finney lies, saying, Taylor. The Grabber gets angry, knowing it isn't his real name. He says he was going to let Finney go and leaves the door open again. The phone rings, but no one answers, and the grabber falls asleep in the chair. Finney uses a small flashlight and looks around, seeing the ghost of a dead boy floating. The boy points toward the phone. Finney answers it, and another boy warns that he doesn't have much time. Finney asks if he's Griffin, one of the kidnapped kids. Griffin shows Finney the combination to a lock, somehow written on the wall, and tells him the grabber is asleep right now. Finney quietly goes upstairs, opens the door using the combination, and runs. The grabber's dog starts barking, waking him up. The grabber chases Finney with his van. Finney runs through the neighborhood shouting for help, but the grabber catches him again. People's house lights turn on, but the grabber threatens Finney to stay silent and knocks him out. The next morning, the phone rings again. It's Vance, the tough kid who used to scare Finney. Vance says today is the day something big happens. We see a flashback of Vance beating up another boy and writing numbers on his arm. The police drag Vance away, and Gwen dreams the whole scene with her psychic vision. She finally figures out the house's location and wakes up. Vance tells Finney about a hole in the wall that leads to a freezer he might escape through. Finney breaks the wall using a toilet tank lid and crawls into the freezer, but the back door of it is locked. He can't get out. Finney cries in a corner. The phone rings again. When he answers, it's his friend Robin. Robin comforts him and tells him it's time to stand up and fight for himself, using whatever he has. Robin says he wants Finney to kill the grabber. Finney asks what he should do, and Robin explains how to use the phone as a weapon, fill it with dirt, and teaches him some fighting moves. Finney says goodbye to Robin. Finney fills the phone with dirt and starts setting up traps for the grabber. Gwen keeps searching for the house from her dreams, and suddenly sees the ghosts of the kidnapped kids standing in front of one house. She realizes the real house is actually across the street. She runs home and calls the detectives. Meanwhile, Max takes another hit and suddenly figures out the grabber has been keeping the kidnapped kids in his own basement. Max goes downstairs and finds Finney, but before he can help, the grabber shows up and kills his own brother, Max, with an axe. The police and detectives rush to the house Gwen told them about. The grabber prepares to kill Finney with the axe and brings in his guard dog. The detectives break into the house, but it's empty. As the grabber raises the axe, Finney dodges and makes him fall into the hole he dug earlier, twisting the grabber's ankle. Finally, we get the moment everyone waited for. Finney fights back. He hits the grabber with the phone, but the grabber grabs him. During the struggle, Finney knocks off the grabber's mask, which drives him insane, giving Finney a chance to hit him again. Finney wraps the phone cord around the grabber's neck and strangles him. The phone suddenly rings. It's for you. Finney holds it to the grabber's ear, and the dead children taunt him. Finney kills him. The police finally find a basement, but it's the one where the grabber buried his victims. Finney grabs a meat steak to distract the dog and escapes up the stairs. Gwen realizes Finney must be in the house across the street. She runs to him and hugs him tightly. Their father arrives and apologizes for everything he did to them. Time passes and Finney is back at school. Now everyone treats him with respect, whispering about what he survived. In the final moment of the movie, he sits next to the girl he likes. "Hi, Finney. Call me Finn." And that's how the movie ends.